We have some good news and some bad news. But the good news is we're talking some Seattle Seahawks football. What makes me happier? Not much in life. Maybe the Mariners right now. They're actually probably making me a little happier for the first time ever. But talking football makes me happy, especially Seahawks, except for this bad news. The bad news is that Drew Lock has tested positive for COVID. Now, usually I wouldn't say it's that big of a deal. Pete Carroll just had COVID. A lot of players are getting it, and they're out for a couple days. But today was the day that Pete Carroll said Geno Smith is clearly the number one QB still. And that blew my mind. I was just like, excuse me, how is Geno Smith the number one quarterback? Not really sure. But Drew Lock was going to get QB1 reps against the Bears. As we all know, Geno Smith got the QB1 against the Steelers. Drew Lock came in second. There's some debate about who played better. But most people that really got a grip of what's going on out there think Drew Lock had a better game. I think Drew Lock had a better game. A lot of people think he had a better game. But it was against the second and third string. So you want to see him in the first strings, even though it's not technically starters for a lot of teams in preseason. And he was going to get that opportunity on Thursday. But he tested positive for COVID. Pete Carroll said the plan all along was QB1 for Geno first week, QB1 for Drew Lock second week. But Geno still is the number one guy. And so this really hurts Drew Lock. There's only 3 preseason games nowadays. So Drew Lock's going from a situation where he got reps with the second team in the first preseason game and then gets to practice. And Pete Carroll says Geno Smith's still number one quarterback on the list, even though he outplayed him. And then you're going to get your opportunity to be QB1 for a game, and you test positive 2 days before. So this is tough for Drew Lock. I don't like seeing it. I think Drew Lock's the better upside quarterback. I don't think there's any way to argue that. You may be able to tell me you think Geno Smith's been in the Seahawks organization longer. He has the opportunity to know the playbook better, and he gives us a better chance at tanking. Also a possibility. But Drew Lock has more upside. Geno Smith's in his 30s. We know what he is. He's not going to mess up big time, but he's not going to win us any games. So maybe that's what the Seahawks want to do. Maybe they want to tank for Bryce Young, for all I know. They never would say that, and they never, the players on the team would never say that either. They want to win. But maybe that's their plan. Drew Lock obviously has the more upside. He's younger. He probably has more potential to be good, to win us a few games here and there. I think either way, we're probably at max, a 7, 8, 9 win team, not a playoff team. But Drew Lock, obviously, if he somehow has his breakout year, he's still young, or somehow turns his career around and makes it even better than we thought, then there is that chance that the Seahawks are okay. So I'm really bummed to see Drew Lock not get this opportunity. I don't know if it actually hurts his QB1 chances. I don't know if the Seahawks are being cute and trying to toughen him up and tell him he is, the second string guy now, and he needs to, keep working hard to get the number one spot, or if they know he's going to be number one. I don't know what answer it is. All I know is that in my book, it feels a little nuts to say that Geno Smith is QB1 over Drew Lock, and Drew Lock was quote unquote a substantial part of this Russell Wilson trade. And yeah, I mocked that because Noah Fant. Okay, well, that's a tight end if you don't have a QB. We got some pieces we got Harris on defense. That's cool. We got some picks, whatever. But the Broncos are going to be good. The picks are probably not going to be that special. It'd be nice to have a quarterback that's at least decent. And I thought that's what we were getting in Drew Lock. At least a guy that might make us not embarrassing out there on the field. So I'm a little bummed that he's not going to play. I'm hoping this doesn't affect it. But we'll find out, and we'll see if this affects his whole QB1 chances. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that, just starting that one preseason game, week 3 of preseason, whatever it is, the last game, do you think that's going to be enough for him? Because I do, and I hope it is enough. I want to see Drew Lock out there over Geno Smith. I saw enough Geno Smith last year. It's not special. That's all I got to say. Much love, though. If you like me, my name's Sammy, and you can find me everywhere at Sammy on Tap, SAMI on Tap. And my link to my YouTube is in the description. And you can find all our Sports on Tap Seattle pages at SONT Seattle. Everywhere on social media. That's SONT Seattle, stands for Sports on Tap, the abbreviation, SONT, Sports on Tap Seattle. So, much love. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.